Imagine it's 40,000 years ago. The sun has disappeared behind the horizon. You're sitting beside a crackling fire with your tribe. There are no cities, no books, no technology. Just darkness, flickering flames, and the smell of burning plants drifting through the air. Then something strange happens. A nearby bush catches fire. Thick smoke rises into the night sky. One person breathes it in and suddenly feels different, calmer, lighter, maybe even happier. They don't understand chemistry. They don't know what a drug is. But they do know one thing. Something about that smoke changed the way they felt. And that simple moment may have started one of the oldest human habits in history. Most people think smoking began with tobacco. But that's not true. Long before tobacco existed in human culture, our ancestors spent thousands of generations living beside fires. Every day they inhaled smoke from wood, leaves, herbs, and wild plants. Some of those plants contained powerful natural chemicals that could affect the brain. At first, these experiences were probably accidents. But humans are incredibly good at noticing patterns. If a certain plant made people feel relaxed, energetic, or connected to others, they would remember it. They would tell their families. They would teach their children. Slowly, what began as an accident could become a tradition. And traditions are powerful. As human societies grew, smoke became more than just something people breathed. It became part of rituals and ceremonies. Across different parts of the world, people discovered local plants that produced unique effects when burned. Some used smoke during religious gatherings. Others used it while seeking visions or spiritual guidance. Many believed smoke carried prayers to the heavens or connected them with unseen forces. But smoke wasn't only spiritual. Ancient healers also used it as medicine. Thousands of years ago, people in places like Egypt, India, and Greece burned special herbs and inhaled their vapors to treat illnesses. They didn't understand modern science, but they understood experience. If a treatment seemed to help, they kept using it. In a world without hospitals, even a small improvement mattered. There was another reason smoke became important. Humans are social creatures. When groups gathered around a fire, sharing stories, food, and rituals, they formed stronger bonds. Shared experiences created trust. They helped communities survive dangerous environments filled with predators, harsh weather, and uncertainty. In a way, the fire circle was humanity's first social network. Then, much later, tobacco entered the story. In the Americas, indigenous cultures used tobacco with deep respect and spiritual meaning. It wasn't an everyday habit. It was often part of ceremonies, healing practices, and sacred traditions. But when tobacco spread around the world, everything changed. What had once been a ritual gradually became a global industry. Yet beneath all those changes lies a much older story. A story that began long before civilizations, kingdoms, or written history. The story of curious humans sitting around a fire, noticing how certain smoke made them feel, and choosing to experience it again. Because the history of smoking isn't really about tobacco. It's about a uniquely human trait. The desire to explore the mind, seek new experiences, and understand what happens when we step beyond the ordinary.